Hello everyone, I am back again and I'm sorry I've been away for a while. I haven't made a video, but since it is December and 2018 is drawing to a close, which is shocking because it feels like it just started. But I wanted to kind of look back over the movies I've seen over the past year and talk about some of my favorites. Now, some movies I didn't get to see, and I'm sure will be like Oscar kind of movies that I'll have to buy or rent when they come out, but the theater that's near me, I love that I have to disclose this, the theater that is near me plays like very mainstream. So if they're like I really wanted to go see The Favorite, they wouldn't play that in my theater. It's too indie, I guess. So a lot of the movies I've seen this year have been ones that are easily accessible to me. So without further ado, these were my personal favorite movies of 2018. Of course, there are still some to come out, but as of right now, December 1st, these are my favorite movies of 2018. So the first movie I wanted to start off with, these are in no particular order, is one that is kind of near and dear to my heart because I enjoyed the first one and I have such fond memories of the first one, and that's Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. And I know it might not be an Oscar movie or the greatest movie of all time, but to me, I love musical movies, and the first one is just such a part of my life, and this one I think might be even better than the first one, which is weird because sequels never do as well, and especially a Mamma Mia sequel, which I thought was going to be, it could go really bad. It was actually amazing and very emotional. It's a very emotional movie, and the relationships and how the story pans out, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to ruin it, but basically, I mean, you can get this from the trailer. Meryl Streep's character is dead in this, and what's her name? James. What is her name? Oh my god, Lily James. Her character in the movie is the younger version of Meryl Streep's character, and she just does such a great job, and the songs are really good and really well placed, especially towards the end. There's some really good like tear wrenchers that are amazing. So that was my first favorite movie of 2018. The next movie I really enjoyed was A Quiet Place, and for me, a lot of horror movies did not land for me this year, and it's really sad because horror is my favorite genre of movie, and where there were a lot of duds this year for me, A Quiet Place really hit. It really hit the bullseye for me. It was one of those movies where it was definitely a theater experience. And I mean that by, it wasn't like you go to the theater, you sit down, you watch a movie, you're done. The experience was most of the movie, 99% of the movie was completely silent. And it's weird because everyone in the audience, I'm sure everyone's talked about this, but everyone in my audience, like no one talked. People that had like bags of popcorn were like trying not to make any noise. And I just thought it was such a unique experience, and the movie was actually really well done. And it's shocking that John Krasinski wrote it, that he had that in him, because I think of him as such like a funny guy. And that him and his wife, Emily Blunt, they just did such a good job in this. Emily Blunt, for sure, the acting, the scene where she's giving birth in the bathtub, it was like, ugh. Like there were a lot of scenes where they were like chair clutching scenes, but that scene really was had me on the edge of my seat. It was so good. So that was The Quiet Place. The next movie is actually, I guess, kind of like an indie movie. It didn't get a very big release. I saw it when they released it on Blu-ray, and it is Thoroughbreds, and it has Anya Taylor-Joy, I believe her name is, and Olivia Cooke, and it's basically about this very like well-to-do girl. You think she has it all together, and her best friend from her youth comes over, and it doesn't go the way you think it's gonna go. It's very it's more of a thriller than it is a horror, and it's just so well written and so well acted, and it almost plays out like it could have been like a play, like a stage play. It almost felt like that to me. And I think the director or the writer, he might have directed and wrote it, I think he was from theater. So it definitely played like a stage play. And to me, I just thought it was so different from everything else, and it doesn't really go the way you think. There's a lot of flip-flopping of roles, and it was just different amongst all the other films I had seen this year. So that was Thoroughbreds. The next film that I really loved, it came out recently, and it was Bad Times at the El Royale, and it has Jeff Bridges, Dakota Johnson, who else was in it? Oh, John Hamm. And it's another one of those like mystery thrillers, and it does sometimes play, like it goes kind of the way you think it's gonna go towards the end, but I thought it was just so well directed and acted that it kind of carries the movie. And I've never seen Jeff Bridges in something that I haven't liked him in, and this is no exception. I love the character he plays, and I loved, she was the singer in the movie, and it turned out like she was like the main character, and I really enjoyed her part, but I can't remember the actress's name who played her, but she was really, really good. But again, it's another one where you don't really want to know what happens in it because you want to like let it unfold, but it was very, very interesting. It was one of those movies where you see a scene play out, and then it goes back, and you see it play out from the other perspective, and then it goes back, and you see it play from the other character's perspective. And I just love movies that do that. It's very Agatha Christie to me. That's what it felt like, and I just really enjoyed it. It was another one of those kind of different movies this year, and I really, really enjoyed it. And so another one of my favorite movies of 2018 was, I guess, kind of a musical movie. It was A Star is Born, starring Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. This movie kind of, I guess, shocked a lot of people that it was good. To me, it always seemed like it was going to be good. I think people were shocked that Lady Gaga could act, and I am a Lady Gaga fan, so I feel like I had seen her act well before, so I was not concerned at all. And Bradley Cooper is a director. Some of the shots in this movie, you feel like you're right there next to them or with them, or you feel like you're at the concert. The way he moved the camera and the way he would set up shots was excellent. And he definitely did not seem like a first-time director. He really knew what he was doing, and you could tell this was a passion project for him. And the songs were just amazing. I really, really liked Lady Gaga's songs. Obviously, Shallow was the standout and will probably win Best Original Song at the Oscars, but the song that she sings at the end, I forget the name, I don't know all the names, but there's a song she sings at the end, and there's a scene, this is a spoiler, it cuts back, sorry, it cuts back, Bradley Cooper has been writing her the song the whole movie, and she's singing it, and it's so emotional, and she's right in the middle of the big number, and all of a sudden it just gets quiet and cuts back to them sitting around the piano, and he's singing it to her, and because you had never heard him sing it before, you hear him start playing it, and then it cuts away, and then you finally hear him play it, and after all the events that happened in the movie, it's just so, I have never been so like just not flabbergasted, but like I felt like the wind was taken out of me, and I just was like sobbing. I've never sobbed so much in a movie theater than when I was watching this movie, and it just feels real and raw, and you feel for all the characters, and some of the characters do really bad things in this, and you shouldn't like them, but they're so likable, and they're written so well and acted so well that you just are ready to go along in the story with them, and you feel really bad for them when bad things start happening. And I think it all comes down to Bradley Cooper, and it's just, it was such a great movie, and I really hope it does well award season, because it definitely deserves all the awards. And yeah, that's been my list of my favorite movies of 2018. I want to know what yours are down below. Tell me what you think, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.